If you want 15,000 subscribers, you need to talk some facts. The All Blacks are facing the strongest Springbok team in history. The Boks are going to beat the All Blacks in both tests, and then what will the excuses be after that?
The Springboks have won the last 4 tests against us, which hasn't happened in 80 years or something.
Since 49.
Yep. They did win the last World Cup final. They've won 2 in a row. They are the best team in the world. Without a doubt. They've probably got the best coach as well.
There you go.
I think we've admitted that a number of times.
Australia played the better rugby, and I'm glad everyone got to see it. That was one person's assessment from the Lions series. I thought you lost.
DSPN, the Devlin Sports Podcast Network.
Mailbag time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. If you watch the DSPN on the DSPN YouTube channel, or you listen via Rover or Apple Podcasts, Spotify video, leave us a comment. We read them all, try and respond to as many as possible. And this is going to be a regular feature again, where we do comment corner, get your feedback and go through. We can't answer, obviously, every single comment that comes through in this particular little episode, but we will do our best. Kicking it off. A lot of talk this week about the Rugby Championship. TJ was all over that on Monday. Martin, this is going to be a great championship. Any team can beat any team, I reckon, if they keep the way they have been playing. Most favourites and most fixtures are away from home. I can't wait. Look, I really like what we have in store for us over the next few weeks. Us against Argentina 2 times, Aussie against South Africa 2 times, and all this building up, of course, then to Eden Park, and then we play the Bledisloe after that. It is really competitive. I'm not so sure that Australia are going to win over in South Africa or win a test there or win a test here, but they're obviously, buoyant. They're feeling confident. Argentina, if you remember, beat all of us last year, won a test against all 3 teams last year. So, they will certainly back themselves. And here in New Zealand, us All Blacks, we're going to knock South Africa over twice. So, yeah, it is going to be as competitive as. Probably more exciting, the build-up to this, than I've seen for years. In terms of the Rugby Championship.
Well, a lot of it is down to, obviously, the Springboks seeming impenetrable, but also, Argentina beat them last year. Ireland
so did Ireland,
South Africa.
yeah.
And we also talk about how beatable we think they really are. I'm really excited by this All Black team. Obviously, the Wallabies showed glimpses in the Lions series, whether they build on those. And obviously, Argentina beat everyone last year in the Rugby Championship. Yeah. And they're tricky to take down on their day. Yeah, it's a great competition. But World Rugby in general, like every nation, all in that sort of top 7, 8 to 10 team area, it's a lot closer than
it's some of the best sport you'll see all year, this Rugby Championship. NPC is a joke now, says this.
Well, don't watch it.
Yeah, it's that simple. Look, if you don't like it, my suggestion is, with all due respect, go and watch a game up close and personal. Actually go to a game. Wherever you live in New Zealand, go to that team playing at home and just jump into the atmosphere and see whether you still have the same opinion afterwards.
Also the players that end up, wearing the All Blacks jumper.
Yeah, the next generation.
This is where they are bred.
I turned on the TV last Sunday, Bay of Plenty playing Tasman. Tauranga Domain. It just looks like something great to do on a sunny Sunday afternoon, doesn't it?
Every single NPC side needs to be playing at these smaller grounds.
Take her with you. Take her. Get a hot dog.
Yeah, they do like that stuff.
A couple of beers.
Yeah, bit of vitamin D.
The women love it, mate.
They do,
They do. Relationship whisperer. Australia played the better rugby, and I'm glad everyone got to see it. That was one person's assessment from the Lions series. I thought you lost. I thought you lost 2-1.
Well, define better rugby. Match-winning rugby or more entertaining?
First test, blasted out of there. Second test, up the ante and played pretty well, but didn't win it. In the second half, the Lions owned that second half mostly. Up 23-5,
I think the Wallabies lost it more than the Lions owning it.
Well, it looked to me in the last 10 or 15 minutes that the Lions were going to score.
Yeah, but I do think, and this is nothing at all against Tom Liner, who's very young and still very unproven, I think. But if you had a much more experience, like let's say go back to 2005 and grab Stephen Larkham and put him into that Wallabies side, do you think they lose 23-5 up? I don't think they do.
No, they don't. No.
Yeah, but, that's a big part of it. And again, it's nothing at all against Tom Liner. He's just a kid. He's still growing.
Martin Itoje is not, never has been, never will be the best lock in the world, only on the DSPN. I have a bit of a love affair with Itoje, I must admit, and it's based around 2019 when he just monstered us in that semi-final in Tokyo.
Well, the whole team did.
I think he's been one of the premier locks in the world. I don't think you can argue again. Look, if you selected a World 15 today, would he beat the 2 South African locks? Would he beat the best? I don't know. But he's certainly in the top echelon of locks still in the world.
Well, there was one year, and this might have been more than once, but I know at least once he was nominated for World Rugby Player of the Year, which suggests that at one point over the last 10 years or so, he was one of the 4 best players in the world. So I think it's fair to assume that he's still probably one of the best locks.
Our South African
Surely.
audience are massive contributors in the comments section. I love the fact that the Saffers, you get on and you give it, okay? Please, guys, if you want 15,000 subscribers, you need to talk some facts. The All Blacks are facing the strongest Springbok team in history. The Boks are going to beat the All Blacks in both tests, and then what will the excuses be after that? It is time that New Zealand comes to terms with the fact that the years of dominance is over, and it went on.
I think we have accepted that.
South Africa, the best team in the world. You're the number one team, back-to-back World Cups. It's up to us to knock you off that perch, right?
Yeah.
And we acknowledge we're the underdogs at home for this.
No, I won't acknowledge that at all. I will acknowledge, though, that
you want some, come and get some.
the Springboks have won the last 4 tests against us, which hasn't happened in 80 years or something.
Since 49.
Yep. They did win the last World Cup final. They've won 2 in a row. They are the best team in the world. Without a doubt. They've probably got the best coach as well.
There you go.
I think we have admitted that a number of times.
But that doesn't mean you're going to win at Eden Park.
No,
it doesn't mean you're going to win in New Zealand. No, it does not.
So we'll wait and see.
R360, why do I want to support a 4-team as most fans already support provincial club, pro franchise teams, international teams? We talked about this during the week. I can't be less interested in any sporting competition in the world than R360. Yeah. Actually, yes, there is. The FIFA Club World Cup. It's the same.
Auckland City were in that.
But this is, they provided some interest for us. A whole lot of cobbled together players playing for manufactured teams. I have no affiliation to any of this.
No.
Why am I getting up in the middle of the night to watch the Napoli nonsense play? I don't care who's playing. Roger Trivasashek, great. But, your league career is almost kind of ending. Fantastic player. Rugby career never really reached the stage of the league career.
It didn't.
So
Not never really. It didn't reach that.
I mean, in all honesty, and I'm not disrespecting anyone here, but is that an attraction for me to want to watch that competition? It's not.
Well,
it's not.
Yeah. Why do we watch our teams and our sports? Because we love the teams. That's why Live Golf's kind of been the only thing that's really worked, that's been Middle Eastern funded, and that's popped up over the last couple of years, because you follow the golfer and they have bought the golfer essentially.
Yeah.
It's not as if R360 was buying the Crusaders and Leicester Tigers and Saracens and all these teams. Okay, that's different, but you're just grabbing players.
Okay,
we don't support the players, we support the teams.
Sense. Okay, the Berlin Bollocks start because of a whole lot of Saudi money, and they create a Super League and they take 3 players from Liverpool and 2 from Man United and 1 from Arsenal.
Doesn't matter. I'm
meant to support that team. I'm meant to follow that. I'm not interested in that team. I'm interested in the team I've always supported.
Yeah.
You can't manufacture this stuff.
That's the thing that's timeless.
On to Richie Mo'unga, because we had a lot on the program about this yesterday and a lot of feedback. Mo'unga wasn't the number 1 choice when he left. Somehow he magically is.
Yes, he was.
It goes to show you how stupid our selectors are. He should have been made the number 1 starter, given a proper chance to settle in. Let's just establish a couple of things early, because here's another one. Didn't Richie lose you 2 Rugby World Cups? He missed a kick, would have won you guys. Look. No.
He didn't lose us 2 World Cups. How did he lose us the World Cup in 2019? I think the whole team lost.
Look,
England
and also there's
monstered us.
This is no magical sprinkling of Richie Mo'unga over the All Black side. What he is doing is he's back. He's said that he's available, which means that our playing stocks in that position go up because he's a good player.
Yeah.
It's like if you bought Shannon Frizzell back. That doesn't mean he gets the number 6 jersey. But when you stack up all the number 6s in New Zealand that are competing for that jersey, he goes into that mix and it raises everyone else's game. That's how I look at what Mo'unga. I don't say Richie Mo'unga is the 10 starter in the Rugby World Cup, but he's going to make every other number 10 in this country better for the fact he's back here.
Without a doubt. It's like so the All Blacks were the best team in the world, undoubtedly, and no one really got close to them from about 2010 to 2017 until that Lions series in 2017, right? Yeah. So for that whole period, not only did we have the best 15 probably, but we also had like 3 extra 15s because the quality 1 through 15 was lifting up everyone else underneath them. That's part of why we were so good.
Yeah. Look,
depth is good.
Great to hear Mo'unga is back, says another one. As long as they manage him and Mackenzie and Barrett properly, and in the background you've got the new blood, let the young guns come through. Again, this is why I think it's such good news, because his influence on those guys at the Crusaders, Reihana, Kamara, is going to be excellent. His influence in the All Blacks themselves when he's back in that squad, again, I don't think any other first 5 in the country is not going to look at him and go, I can learn off this guy. He's been away, which clears your head a bit, gives you a bit more clarity of thought. He brings back some different ideas. The rest of the world, you can think what you like about this. This is really good for New Zealand rugby. And that doesn't necessarily mean he gets that jersey, but it means that everyone else is now on notice.
Also,
how can that be bad?
What happened in 2011?
Well, we ended up with Stephen
our
Donald,
fourth string,
running
first
on.
five playing in the final.
Yeah.
Now, I'd feel much more comfortable if our fourth string first five was, say, Ruben Love or Damien McKenzie in 2027, if Mo'unga previously gets injured, for example, as opposed to, I don't know, some unnamed kid at the moment who, what's Carlos Spencer's son, for example.
Yeah.
Good player. When you've got the depth, good player, great, but he's still very young and relatively unproven.
I can't
right?
see him in an All Black jersey playing that position, say, at the World Cup.
But the point is that I'd feel much more comfortable with one extra player in there who can actually play that position at international level. Yeah. Depth is important. Depth is good.
The problem is the coach, says this message. Okay, all right. Well, if you're not on the Razor train, I can't stop this at the station and convince you to jump on this train.
Well, if you're not on the Razor train, doesn't that mean that you're not on the All Blacks train?
You're not on the All Blacks train, yeah.
We're all on the same team here.
Yeah.
We want the same team to win.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, Peyton Spencer, I actually think you probably will be in an All Black jersey actually in 2027. I wouldn't be surprised at all. He's got a couple of years to actually get to that level. I wouldn't be surprised. Bryn Hall on the program talking about Richie Mo'unga as well. Imagine this message. Imagine the saviour on the White Horse comes back and doesn't perform. What then? Again, it's not about him being a saviour. I don't think anyone's suggesting that, are they?
I might. But that's my opinion, to be fair.
It's
not a fact.
At the moment, number 10 is a problem position for the All Blacks. We acknowledge that. Since the World Cup final of 2023, we haven't had somebody say, I'm that guy. And even Scott Robertson can't decide. He's had McKenzie in there, he's had Bowden Barrett in there.
Yeah, but now he's got his man back.
This increases the options.
Mo'unga, you've also got to factor in who's the coach. That probably means that Mo'unga's now the front runner for the 10 jumper. He's not eligible for the All Blacks until October next year. So once the Northern Tour next year rolls around, assuming Mo'unga has played good enough at NPC level and Razor's happy with the standard of play, I think he will be the front runner for the 10 jumper.
I hope so.
And it's not so much on the form and the ability, it's more the trust and the relationship they have as well.
See, I've been arguing all year. I would have picked him now. He was back from Japan. I would pick him. I don't believe in this bollocks about playing in New Zealand and all of that.
Well, because if you don't follow the rules, then what's the point in having the rules anyway? You can break them for anyone. You need to have these rules in place.
NZR rip their rule book up every day.
Well, they haven't for this one. They could have, but they didn't.
Final message. Bryn's got an antenna sticking out his head. Yeah, when you look at that photo, that's because he's connected.
Is that why the quality of the video call is so good?
Hope to get him back on.
DSPN.